afternoon, everyone. My name's Alistair Patterson. I'm the CEO of Digital Shadows. We're a new cybersecurity company based in London. We were founded about a year ago now. We've got a really experienced team. My background is 8 years in big data, risk and intelligence. My co-founder, James, is a security expert. He's been advising the FTSE 100 and central government for the last 10 years at board level. And our non-executive team includes Hugh Rees, who's a former director at GCHQ, and Peter Jaco, who's a serial entrepreneur who started up Bcrypt, which is the most used encryption software in the UK, amongst other things. We've got 100,000 in funding from the Technology Strategy Board, but actually we're already cash flow positive. We've got 7 paying clients, and there's some pretty interesting names in there. So the whole principle we're founded on is this idea of a digital shadow. So the organizations and their employees are exposing more and more information online than ever before, particularly through social media. And there's a lot of benefit in that because you can engage more with your customers and your clients, but there's also a new set of risks. So by putting more and more information out there, you might risk losing confidential information. Your reputation might be damaged, or perhaps most crucially, you might reveal information that allows a hacker to break in. There's a whole new set of security risks involved with pushing more and more information outside the castle walls. And it's not just social media. So here's a bit of a fun test. If you've got Google in front of you, go to Google, type in confidential, not for distribution, in quotes, space, file type, :PDF, and see what you get. You'll get around 16,000 quite interesting documents to look at. You might also want to put your company name in there and see what you get back. It's often quite surprising. That's just giving you one example. There's plenty more out there. There's been a lot in the news over the last year or two about cyber attacks on the financial sector. One story I wanted to pick out was a really interesting one about Swedbank in Latvia, where apparently, according to this article, there was a rumor put out on Twitter that they were going bust and the CEO had been arrested. I think it was complete nonsense, completely not true. But it spread like wildfire online, apparently. And according to this article, it led to people queuing around the block to get their money out of the bank. Actually led to a run on the bank. So this is a sort of risk that was just not on anyone's radar a couple of years ago, but it's now a reality. So what do? So we've built a big data risk and intelligence platform that analyzes over 44 million sources of information in 19 languages. We aggregate all that information, and we find the risks in it. So we basically provide a hacker's eye view of the business from the outside. So we spot all of that leaked information. We then help to fix the problems that we find. We help our clients protect their customer data. They protect their reputation. They keep their data safe. And they make themselves basically a smaller target for the hackers. So that's what we do. We deliver that as a monthly service. So we deliver a report every month to our clients, showing their current level of exposure and how it's changing over time. But we also pick up incidents as they occur. So we're able to alert them via email as soon as something gets exposed outside the boundary that shouldn't be there. So in terms of the market size, so the overall security market's pretty enormous, but there was an interesting quote from Gartner last month saying that 60% of corporations by 2015 will essentially need to buy a service like ours. But we're out here now, so we're ready for that. In terms of our own estimates, we believe the market is over £1 billion globally. That's based on our current successes and the amount we're able to charge, and then the amount that the other clients we've been able to identify, potential future clients. We address that market directly, but also through a partner network. We've already signed up 3 partners, 2 of them in the last month, to work helping to sell our service. In terms of competition, there's a lot of companies out there that will tell you how your marketing campaign's gone online and that sort of thing. And they might even protect your brand by looking for fake, handbags if you're a handbag company and that sort of thing. There aren't so many that look at the security of the enterprise in terms of all of the information exposed. There's one American company called Semi-Finalists that covers some of what we do, although it's not the same and it doesn't cover everything that we do. I think I'm more worried about the new entrants to the market. Of course, there's a big market. The big guys are going to enter. I've got a few examples on the right. That's far from an exhaustive list. But we've already got partnerships with 3 of those big companies. So we've got agreements in place. So I think it's more likely in the end that we'll be acquired by one of them rather than them recreating our business. So we want to be the dominant cyber monitoring provider worldwide to the financial services industry. That's our goal. This year we're proving the market. Next year we want to really dominate the UK, and then we'll move internationally. I think there's a real opportunity for Swift to show leadership here, and for us to work with Swift to help protect all of the members. And what we'd really like to do is run a survey with all of the member companies where we would assess across 6 key criteria all of the member companies, but then we would share, we'd only share their data with them, but we share the aggregate data with everybody. So that would give everyone a picture of the overall risk the sector's facing and where you score relative to everyone else. So if that's of interest, we'd really love to take Swift up on that and try and help everyone. Because it's a really serious problem. I think as William Hague was saying there, countries that can't maintain cybersecurity of their banking system will be at a serious disadvantage in the world. I think that applies to all countries. And you know, the only way to solve this problem is going to be to work together. So we'd love to help bring companies together to do that. So in summary, this problem's not going away. It's only going to get bigger. Information exposed by companies. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Well done.